Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's good? What's up, man? Zay having this back at it again with another banger. Today's video, one of my subscribers, he wanted me to make a video on, how to be the bad boy that women like. Now, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Now, this question has been asked for years on top of years, bro. But let me give my take, Zay Hefner's take. You know what I'm saying? So, look. One thing you gotta realize is that it's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? It is levels to this shit. Every woman is different. You just gotta realize that, okay? So you cannot approach every single girl the same way. That's the thing, bro. A lot of y'all think it's some cheat code or some line where you gotta pick one way to act with every girl. It does not work like that. Every single woman is different, and you have to acclimate and approach it differently. It's just like being a boxer, bro. You cannot fight everybody the same. Everybody has a different style. You got brawlers, you got slick fighters, you got, everybody's different. So you gotta do it differently, right? So that's number one. Now, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Do not try to act like you're a bad boy if that's not really you. If you're not that fucking guy, pal, don't try to fake it, because she'll be able to see right through it. She will be able to see right through it. So don't try to act like you're from the hood. Don't try to act like you hard when you're really not. No diddy. Don't try to act like, you just this tough ass, gangster ass person when you're really not. Okay, that's the number one. Be true to yourself. Do not try to put on a facade. You always want to be true to yourself. Now, if your personality is kind of soft, then you need to work on yourself. But don't try to, when you get around her, like, you talking crazy to people, you trying to act real tough, you trying to pick fights, you trying to be like, yeah, fuck that nigga, yeah. I wish he would have did that to me, yeah. Don't do that. That's corny, and she can see right through it. But if you notice that, you get kind of nervous in certain situations, you need to work on that. Work on yourself. Maybe get involved in a boxing gym, or, start working out more. But you definitely want to work on yourself at all times. You need to be able to protect your woman. That's the biggest thing. Women want protection. You got to be able to protect her. She needs to feel like she's safe with you, right? Physically, emotionally, everything. She needs to feel safe with you. So if you're not that guy, don't try to fake it. Just work on yourself. Go to the gym. Maybe get involved in some type of combat sport. Boxing. I did boxing for a while. Maybe Muay Thai. Maybe like wrestling. Do something. Okay, what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you can't protect the woman, or you feel like you're not that dude, you need to work on yourself. So that's the next thing. Now, going back to my point about is levels to this shit. Different women want a certain type of bad boy. So generally, like girls from the hood, they're gonna want like a hood dude, like a drug dealer, scammer, dudes who's toting that pole. Niggas who, he's actually living that street life. Then you got other girls who, that's a little too much for them. They want you to be kind of like a bad boy, but not to that extent. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to it. So you have to, one, realize what type of woman you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a hood chick, she gonna want you to be on some street shit, which is, to me, I wouldn't fuck with that shit. I don't like those type of women, but if that's what you're into, that's what she's looking for. Now, if you're maybe dealing with a chick who's not involved with the street life, you know what I'm saying? She's a good, wholesome girl. She's still gonna want that bad boy-esque type dude. You know what I'm saying? So now let me describe to you what that looks like. So when you're dealing with a chick who, she doesn't deal with hood dudes, because that's a little too much. The street life, toting guns, all that shit, that's too much for her. But she does want a dude who can protect her and does have that bad boy-esque. This is what it looks like. He's not afraid of anybody. He's not afraid of her. He's not afraid of anybody else, any other threat. If a dude steps to, y'all, he's not afraid of confrontation. He's not afraid to voice his opinion. He's not afraid to go against the grain. These are examples of having that Machiavellian bad boy type traits, but it's not to the extent of toting guns and robbing niggas and selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of women, that's too much. A certain demographic of women like that, but for the women that's not into that, This is what the bad boy-esque, God looks like. Everything that I just said. He's not afraid to go against the grain, voice his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Also, he has an abundance mindset. He's not in a state of scarcity. Look at guys who, girls consider bad boys or toxic, right? It's really not that toxic. It's just they have an abundance mindset. They have a take it or leave it attitude. They're not afraid of, anybody's opinion. They're not afraid of different consequences. This is the type of mentality that you want to adopt. This is the type of man that these women are looking for. You get what I'm saying? Another aspect of being that bad boy that women want is not being politically correct. I'm gonna give you guys a quick story time. I probably told this story in one of my old videos, but I'm gonna just say this shit again. I will never forget. I was a freshman in college. It was this badass, beautiful ass girl in my class, right? Bad as hell. I finally, worked up enough courage to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool. Everything was straight. We went out to eat, right? The whole conversation was politically correct. I was playing it too safe. If you want to be the bad boy that women want, you cannot play it too safe. I'm not saying being disrespectful. I'm not saying talk about sex. I'm not saying, be wild, but do not play it too safe. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, bruh. It was a straight interview throughout the whole day. So, where you from? Oh, yeah. What do you do? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite movie? Do you like the class? Do you like the teacher? Yeah, I agree. It was too politically correct. I wasn't spiking any emotion. I wasn't teasing her a little bit. That's another thing. You want to tease her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't just agree with everything she says. Don't just go along with everything. She can't do any wrong. You don't want to ruffle the feathers. This is how you that's how you turn women off, bro. They don't want that shit. If you talking about being a bad boy, do not do the shit that I did. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. But yeah, man, the whole time it was just so bland, so dry, I was given that friend energy. You know what I'm saying? The whole time I was talking about school, politically correct stuff. I didn't want to ruffle the feathers. I was just trying to be on her good side. And it was like when you do that, you give off that energy that she's above you. Like, I'm telling you, man, women can pick up on that shit. They are masters at it. They can pick up on if you're afraid of offending them. That's the biggest thing, bro. If you're afraid of offending her or saying something that she might, get mad at, and you like, she can tell. She can tell, bro. So I'm telling you, man, don't be afraid to, take risk. Maybe say something kind of risque, not too crazy, but you guys get what I'm saying. Don't be afraid to spike emotions. Again, women need emotions. Don't just sit there and just have a politically correct conversation with her. You want to spike emotions. You got to spike emotions, man. You got to do different shit. Talk about different shit. Maybe tease a little bit. Maybe give your opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just, it's not all about her. You know what I'm saying? That's how you become the bad boy. And again, these are just subtle ways. It's not all about, doing some crazy shit or being in the streets. It's also about how you act. You know what I'm saying? This is chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing, man. It's like so many guys go into situations with women and they play it way too safe. They play it way too safe. Way too goddamn safe. They're so afraid of saying something wrong or doing something wrong. And it's like you end up being boring. The last thing you want to do is be boring. I would rather say some off the wall shit and like honestly, if I had to pick between two extremes, I would rather say some off the wall shit and her like kind of being offended versus playing it too safe and being boring. That is the last fucking thing you want to do is be boring. The bad boy that you're talking about is not boring. He can hit a variety of different emotions for her. You get what I'm saying? Versus when you're boring, you play it too safe, you bore her. It's nothing. You're not giving her nothing. You get what I'm saying? The thing about the bad boy is she doesn't know what he's gonna do next. He's not predictable. When you're predictable, you're boring. The bad boy is not predictable. He's spontaneous. She doesn't know what he's going to do next. She doesn't know his next move. He has her on her toes. You want a woman on her toes, right? So if you can't do that, sorry, buddy. You're getting placed in that boring category. I'm telling you, you don't want to be predictable. You want to be spontaneous. You want her on her toes. You want it like she doesn't know what you're going to do next. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, man, listen, I don't make the rules. I just report them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me. Anyway, that's all I got for today's video, man. Appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe. Kingpin College, link in bio, teaching you guys how to make easy money. I think we're at like 70-some members. Road to 100. We going crazy. Appreciate the love. I'm out. Peace.